Hello, my friend, and welcome to ChatCraft English. I'm Sophie, and today I want to talk to you about something that almost every English learner struggles with. Understanding English is one thing, but speaking it is something completely different. Let me ask you this. Have you ever watched a movie or listened to a podcast and thought, wow, I understand everything? But then when you try to speak English, your mind goes blank. You try to say something, but the words just don't come out. You feel stuck, nervous, or even embarrassed. If that sounds like you, don't worry. You are not alone. In fact, this is extremely common. Many English learners can read and listen very well, but they can't speak fluently. Why does that happen today? We're going to explore the answer to that question. And I'm also going to give you 6 simple, powerful tips that will help you start speaking English with more confidence starting today. Also, I will speak slowly and clearly so you can use this episode for shadowing practice. That means you can listen, repeat after me, and try to copy my words, rhythm, and voice. This will help you practice listening and speaking at the same time. Let's get started. Here's something important that most learners don't realize. Understanding English and speaking English are 2 different skills. You can sit quietly and understand a story, a lesson, or even a whole movie. Your brain is listening, receiving English, and making sense of it. That's called passive learning. It's good, but it's not enough. When you speak, it's not passive, it's active. You have to do many things at the same time. Think of the words. Put your ideas in order. Say the sentences clearly. Use the correct pronunciation. And do all of this in real time fast and without much time to prepare. That's hard. Even advanced learners struggle with this. But do you want to know the real reason many learners can't speak well? It's this: they don't practice speaking. They read grammar books. They do listening exercises. They watch English shows. They write essays or journal entries. All of those things are good, very good, but none of them are enough if you don't use your voice. Think about learning how to cook. You can watch all the cooking videos you want, but until you go to the kitchen and try it yourself, you won't get better. Speaking English is the same. It's a skill. You get better by doing it. Not just thinking about it, not just reading about it. You must actually speak. That's what we're going to focus on today, helping you start speaking more and feeling more confident when you do. Let's begin with tip number 1. Don't wait for perfect grammars. This one is super important. Many learners don't want to speak until they feel ready. They say, I will speak when my grammar is better. I need more vocabulary first. I don't want to make mistakes, but that's the wrong way to think. Here's the truth: you do not need perfect grammar to speak English. You just need to be clear. If the other person understands you, then your English is working. Let me show you something. Listen to this sentence: yesterday I go to the park. Is it perfect grammar? No. But can you understand it? Yes. That's what matters. When small children speak, they don't use correct grammar. They say things like, me want juice. I know like this. It's not perfect, but people understand them. And over time, their grammar gets better because they're speaking. You can do the same. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes mean you're learning. Mistakes mean you're using English in real life. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes. So speak now. Speak with the grammar you have. Use simple words. Use short sentences. Say what you want to say. Over time, your grammar will improve naturally because you'll already be speaking. Remember, this fluent with mistakes is better than silent with grammar. Say it with me. Fluent with mistakes is better than silent with grammar. So speak first, fix later. You've got this. Now let's go to tip number 2. Learn chunks, not words. This tip can change how you learn English completely. Most learners study one word at a time. For example, they learn the word busy. But in real life, people don't just say busy. They say, I'm a bit busy right now. Sorry, I've got a lot on my plate. I'm swamped today. Let's talk later. Each of these is a chunk. A chunk is a short phrase that native speakers use all the time in real conversations. It's like a block of language you can grab and use again and again. When you learn chunks, something magical happens. You don't have to build a sentence from zero. You don't have to stop and think. The phrase is already in your brain ready to go. For example, here are some useful chunks you can start using today. Can I help you? I'm not sure. That sounds great. What do you mean? These are real phrases from real conversations. When you speak in chunks, you sound more natural, you speak more fluently, and you feel more confident. So how do you learn chunks? Listen to real English podcasts, YouTube TV shows. Pay attention to phrases that come up again and again. Write them down as full phrases, not just single words. Say them out loud. Repeat, practice, use them. Ask yourself, can I use this in real life? If yes, then learn it, keep it, use it. And remember, don't build English word by word. Build it chunk by chunk. Now let's go to tip number 3, speak to yourself. This tip is simple but powerful. Many learners want to speak English more, but they don't have anyone to practice with. Maybe you don't live in an English-speaking country. Maybe you don't have friends who speak English. That's okay. Here's the good news: you can practice speaking by talking to yourself. Yes, it might feel strange at first, but it works. In fact, speaking to yourself is one of the best ways to practice English. Why? Because you can do it anytime, anywhere. You don't need a partner. You don't need a teacher. You don't need to wait. You can do it at home, on a walk, in the car, while cooking, even in the shower. So, what should you say? Anything here are some simple ideas. Describe what you are doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making some tea. It's raining outside. Talk about your day. I feel tired today. I have a meeting at 3 o'clock. I want to go for a walk later. Ask yourself questions. What do I want to eat? What should I do next? Why am I feeling stressed today? Act out short conversations by yourself. How can I help you today? Yes, I'd like a coffee, please. Sure, anything else? No, thank you, that's all. You can play both parts. Be the customer and the cashier. Be the doctor and the patient. Be the tourist and the guide. Make it fun. Now, you might wonder, why is this helpful? Because when you speak to yourself, you're training your brain. You are teaching your brain to find English words faster. You're learning to think in English. At first, it may feel slow or difficult, but over time, it gets easier. Your fluency grows. You start to speak more naturally. And remember, no one is watching. No one is listening. There's no pressure. You can make mistakes and try again. It's like going to the gym, but for your English brain. The more you do it, the stronger your speaking becomes. So don't wait for someone to practice with. Be your own speaking partner. Now let's go to tip number 4. Use AI to practice speaking. Today, we live in a world full of technology. And guess what? You can use that technology to practice English. AI means artificial intelligence. And there are some amazing AI tools that can help you practice speaking. For example, ChatGPT, Pi, your personal AI friend, Copilot, even voice assistants like Siri or Google Assistant. These tools are available on your phone or computer, and they can speak with you, correct your English, and answer your questions. Let's say you open ChatGPT. You can type or say something like, "Hi, I'm learning English. Can we practice a short conversation at a cafe?" Then the AI will reply, and you can keep the conversation going. It's like talking to a real person. You can also ask, "Can you speak slowly with me? Can you correct my grammar? Can we practice job interviews?" And it will help you. Why is this so useful? Because the more you use English, the more confident you become. You're not just studying, you're using the language. AI doesn't judge. It's always ready. You can practice at 7 a.m. or at midnight. Anytime. And every time you speak with AI, you're training your brain to think in English. You can even try voice mode if your app supports it. Speak and listen in real time. Practice like a real conversation. So if you want to improve faster, use AI as your speaking partner. Now let's go to tip number 5. Use the 4-3-2 technique. This is a simple but powerful method to build fluency. It helps you speak more clearly, more quickly, and more confidently. Here's how it works. Step 1, choose a topic. It could be a story from your day, a podcast episode you heard, or even something simple like what you ate for breakfast. Step 2, speak about that topic for 4 minutes. Speak slowly, include all the details. Don't rush, just tell the story. Step 3, take a short break. Then speak again, but this time for 3 minutes. Now you need to speak a little faster. You already know what to say. So organize your thoughts and say it with more flow. Step 4, speak one more time for just 2 minutes. Now you have to speak smoothly. This is your final round. By now, your brain knows the story well. You just say it clearly and fluently. So, what's the benefit? When you repeat the same topic, your English becomes more automatic. You don't have to stop and think so much. You already know the vocabulary and the structure. It's like telling a story to 3 different people. Each time you tell it better. You can also record yourself each time and listen back. You'll hear the progress. In the first round, maybe you pause a lot. In the second round, you start to flow. In the third round, you sound smooth and confident. It's a great way to practice, especially if you're learning alone. Just remember, speak for 4 minutes slow and detailed. Then 3 minutes faster and clearer. Then 2 minutes smooth and fluent. Try this technique a few times a week. Your speaking will improve faster than you think. And now, let's move on to tip number 6. Use one sentence in many different ways. This is a fun and creative way to practice speaking. Take one basic sentence and change it again and again. Start simple. For example, I went to the stores. Now add detail. I went to the store yesterday. I went to the store yesterday to buy bread. I went to the store yesterday because we had no food. Then change the emotion I had to go to the store again. I went to the store, but it was closed. Guess what? I went to the store and saw my old teacher. Change the grammar. I'm going to the store now. I've just been to the store. If I had gone to the store earlier, I wouldn't be hungry. Change the subject. My sister went to the store. No one went to the store, so we ordered food online. Just one sentence, but many ways to say it. This helps you build fluency, creativity, and confidence. You learn to express yourself in different ways. You learn to think faster, and you get comfortable using different grammar without fear. This is how real fluency grows, not from memorizing, but from creating. Let's take a moment to review what we've learned so far. You now understand that just listening and reading isn't enough. You need to speak to improve your English. You learned that speaking doesn't require perfect grammar. Learning in chunks is more powerful than learning one word at a time. You can talk to yourself to practice every day. AI tools are great partners for conversation. The 4-3-2 technique can build fluency step by step. And using one sentence in many ways will train you to think and speak faster. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Sophie, this is helpful. But how do I stay motivated? How do I keep going when I feel tired or stuck? Great question. That brings us to a powerful idea. Fluency is not magic. It's a habit. That's right. Becoming fluent in English is not about talent or luck. It's about building simple daily habits and sticking to them. Even if you only practice 10 minutes a day, you will improve. Let's talk about how you can build those habits in your real life. Here's tip number 7. Create a short daily speaking routines. This tip is about being consistent. You don't need to study for hours. You just need a short routine that you can follow every day. Here's a simple example of a 10-minute speaking routine. Minute 1-2. Talk about your morning. What did you do when you woke up? Minute 3-4. Describe what you're doing today. Any tasks, any goals. Minute 5-6. Ask yourself a question and answer it. For example, what's something I'm grateful for today? Minute 7-8. Repeat a few useful chunks or phrases you learned recently. Minute 9-10. Shadow. A short clip from a podcast or YouTube video. Try to copy the speaker's voice tone and speed. That's it. 10 minutes. No pressure. Just you and your voice. You can do this in the morning during a walk while cooking or before bed. The key is to make it a habit. And the best part, over time, you'll notice your mind starts to think in English. Your mouth becomes more comfortable with English sounds. You stop translating and you start speaking automatically. Fluency grows from small daily actions. Let's move on to tip number 8. Make speaking fun, not stressful. Many learners feel nervous when they speak English. They're afraid of being wrong. They worry about sounding strange. But here's something important. If speaking feels like a test, your brain will shut down. But if speaking feels like a game, your brain opens up and learns faster. So, how can you make speaking fun? Here are some ideas. Act out scenes from movies or shows. Pick your favorite scene and try to copy the actors. Add emotion. Use your hands. Pretend you're in the movie. Sing English songs. Choose slow, clear songs with simple lyrics. Sing out loud. This helps with rhythm pronunciation and confidence. Play. What would you say? Imagine real-life situations and ask yourself, what would I say here? For example, at a restaurant at the airport or in a job interview. Practice your answers. Record voice messages to yourself. Use your phone. Talk about your day, your feelings, your goals. Listen back later and see how you sound. The more fun you make it, the more often you'll want to speak. And the more you speak, the better you get. Now let's talk about tip number 9. Stop translating in your head. This is a big one. Many learners try to translate everything from their native language into English before speaking. This slows you down and makes your sentences unnatural. For example, you think in your language, "chione toi fai jicho." Then translate this afternoon. I have to go to Cho Market. That takes time, and often the grammar or word order is wrong. So how can you stop translating? Here are some tips. Use simple English sentences that you already know. For example, I need to go shopping this afternoon. I have to buy some food today. Practice thinking in English during small daily moments. For example, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm getting dressed. I need my phone. Describe things around you in English. Look at your room and think, this is my chair. That's my desk. The window is open. Use English in your inner voice. When you think, try to think in English. Even simple sentences help. This takes practice. But if you do it every day, your brain will stop translating. You'll begin to think in English, and that's when speaking becomes natural and fast. Let's go to tip number 10. Use your phone as a speaking tool. Yes, your phone. It's not just for scrolling. It can help you speak English every day. Here's how. Use the voice recorder app. Talk about your day or answer a question. Record yourself and listen back. Use the camera app. Record short selfie videos. Talk for 1 minute on any topic. Watch your video and notice your pronunciation and fluency. Use language apps with speaking features. Duolingo Elsa. Speak or Cake all have speaking challenges. Use your notes app. Write down phrases and then say them out loud. Practice them daily. Make your phone your language coach. Carry it with you. Speak into it. Practice with it. Your phone can become your most powerful English tool. Let's pause here and remember, speaking doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be active. You don't have to know everything. You just have to use what you know. The more you use your voice, the stronger it becomes. In the next part, we'll look at some bonus strategies, a mini challenge for you, and how to track your progress with joy, not stress. Now that you've learned 10 powerful tips to improve your English speaking skills, let's talk about how to keep going. Because let's be honest, some days you'll feel motivated. Other days you might feel tired, lazy, or even like giving up. That's completely normal. But here's something that can help you stay on track. Celebrate small wins. Many learners only focus on their mistakes. My pronunciation is bad. I made a grammar error. I forgot a word. But what if you change your focus? What if you start looking at what's going well? You spoke out loud for 5 minutes today. You learned 3 new chunks and used them. You didn't translate in your head as much. You recorded yourself and noticed improvement. These are victories. They may be small, but they matter. They build your confidence. And confidence is fuel for fluency. So make it a habit every day. Ask yourself, what did I do today to use my English voice? Even 1 minute counts. That 1 minute is better than 0. Now, here's a fun way to stay motivated and practice at the same time. The 1 minute speaking challenge. This is a simple daily activity that helps you speak more and build confidence. Here's how it works. Every day choose one topic. It can be anything: your breakfast, your favorite movie, your weekend plans, a memory, a goal. Set a timer for 1 minute. Just 1 minute, not more. Speak about the topic out loud. Don't worry about grammar or mistakes. Just talk. Optional, record yourself. You can listen back and see your progress over time. You'll be surprised. At first, 1 minute feels long. But after a few days, it gets easier. Then 1 minute becomes 2. Then 3. Your fluency grows naturally. You can also keep a journal to track your topics and feelings. For example, July 10th talked about my weekend. Felt nervous but finished. July 11th talked about my job. Forgot a few words. Still proud. July 12th talked about my goals. Felt more fluent today. This simple habit keeps you moving forward. It turns learning into a daily part of life. Let's move to one last idea before we wrap up. Progress is not a straight line. Sometimes you'll feel amazing. You'll speak smoothly. You'll feel proud. Other days you might feel stuck or frustrated. That's okay. That's part of the journey. Think of fluency like a staircase. You go up, then you pause. Sometimes you feel like you're standing still, but you're higher than before. Every minute you speak, every mistake you make, every phrase you repeat, it's all helping you climb. Now, here's something you can do starting today. Your 7-day speaking plan. I've created a simple plan to help you speak English every day for the next 7 days. No stress, no pressure, just practice. Day 1, talk about your morning routine. Describe what you do after you wake up. Use chunks like, I usually get up at, then I brush my teeth, and I like to have a cup of. Day 2, describe your favorite food use phrases like, it's a traditional dish from, I love it because, I usually eat it with. Day 3, talk about your work or study. Share what you do, where you go, and how you feel about it. I work as I'm a student at. My typical day starts with, I sometimes feel tired because. Day 4, Act out a phone call. Imagine you're calling a friend or booking something. Say both parts. Hi, can I make a reservation for 2? Sure, what time? Around 7:00, please. Day 5. Describe your room or home. Use everyday vocabulary. There's a window next to I keep my books on. My favorite place is Day 6. Share a happy memory. Talk about a birthday trip or fun event. I'll never forget when it was such a great day because I laughed so much when. Day 7. Talk about your goals. What do you want to achieve in English? I want to speak more fluently so that my goal is I plan to practice every day by just one topic each day, one short speaking moment. It's simple but powerful. Remember, fluency doesn't come from doing one big thing once. It comes from doing one small thing every day. Now, before we end, let me remind you of the most important message from today. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be brave. Use the grammar you know. Use the words you have. Speak, try, repeat. Let your voice grow stronger with each word. You can do this. Your voice matters. And English is a tool that can open so many doors for you. Just start today. Speak today. I'm Sophie, and this is ChatCraft English. Let's keep practicing, learning, and growing together.